Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is Daily Decolonizing. Today we're talking about the United States and their relationship to Israel. It's not going to be a very long conversation. When I have never noticed this until this year, when we got our passports, I'm going to show you the logo that was on the passport stuff. You see that Star of David right there? I counted how many stars make up the Star of David, and it is 13, so like the original 13 colonies. There's also 13 stripes on this flag, and I think there's 13 arrows as well, and we all know that that's an olive branch, ironically. But I have never noticed that on the logo of the United States. It's on the money. Hang on, let me get some cash. Let's see if we can find it on here. I know. Oh yeah, it's right here. Duh. Literally right there. But I had never noticed it like so defined. It's not as defined on here as it is on this logo, but it is the same thing. Anyway, I looked it up, but that was like months ago. So I don't remember. It like was formed in the 1700s, right? So I just wanted to put it out here for what it is, decolonizing. I think there's a lot of conversations right now about the new 20s don't have the star on them, but they do have. It's a little bit different. Wow, my camera sucks. Should I put it up here? Anyway, if you've got cash, look at it. It is on the $1 bill. Again, not so defined. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. The original 13 colonies. We talk a lot about 13 with witchcraft. I know there's been other things that have come up, you know, like the Twin Towers when you fold a dollar bill a certain way and shit like that. I'm not that rich. I have this shit for art space. It's just my change. But I think I really wanted to just point out, so when we received our passports, this was the official logo that came with it, and I just couldn't believe the definition of that star. I'm gonna leave the rest up to you. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I saw that Donald Trump just said the other day that anyone who sympathizes with resistance of any kind is going to be deported. Shit like that. But the original 13 colonies, I mean, take it with a grain of salt if you will, but I think that we've done enough of that. I think this is like really intense symbology that people just kind of coast over and just, you know. But yeah, when I received that passport stuff, I was absolutely taken aback because it was very, very apparent there. So, I don't know, maybe we should really understand that there is, more than just an allegiance between the United States and Israel. And again, we need to look at the ways in which the attacks are happening, how they go after people. We need to listen to indigenous folks in America who have been genocided and continue to be sorry, there's a lot going on right here. So that we can understand what we're up against, right? That's the whole point of decolonizing, is like, once you know exactly what you're up against, you can understand better how to counter it. But yeah, this was shocking to a certain degree for me, even on my decolonizing journey, just because it was so blatant. So go down some rabbit holes, look at your own stuff. I remember, I've talked about this a little bit before, but I remember when I found out that the founding fathers who were on the currency, or founding fathers whatsoever, I was in my late 20s when I found out that they were like slaveholders. And I was absolutely crushed because I was like, what? Like, they're on our money. I remember saying that, being like just totally distraught and disappointed and upset that I didn't know that, right? Because we weren't taught that in school. You're indoctrinated into the system to keep the system working, with the public school system or religious school systems or residential school systems. And so they're not, I think, was it Assata Shakur? I don't know. I don't want to get this wrong. It was one of the Panthers, and I believe it was one of the female Panthers, either Angela Davis or Assata Shakur, who said something along the lines, this isn't verbatim, but you're never going to, your oppressor will never give you the education to overthrow them, right? And that's why we utilize social media right now. That's why they're trying to take it away, because we are opening each other's eyes up to things like this, right? This is symbolic, but when you understand how they work, they being the powers that be, you can call them what you want, Illuminati. I'm really into symbology, and numerology, special interests. So that's why I counted them. So that makes sense. Like the original 13 colonies, 13 boiled down is a 4. Donald Trump was shot on the 13th of July. Was it July? Taylor Swift is a big 13 again, but when you boil it down, it's a 4. And when you look back to like indigenous thought or indigenous way of life, 4 represents a lot of different things, direction and element, right? Within like reconnecting to nature and stuff. And so if you only live and take everything at face value, this probably sounds crazy to you. But I'm not crazy. I think it's crazy that you don't want to pay attention to things so blatant like this. It's on your money. It's on your government passports. There's a relationship there that's a lot deeper than most of us are aware of. Especially in this time, we understand that they're funding the military. We understand all of that. But as far as the conversations that are happening right now and have been happening since October, especially here in the United States, I think if you're in the Middle East having these conversations, you probably understand this relationship a lot better because you're removed from it. You're not in the belly of the beast. But especially for Americans, we are still considering these two as different. Right? It's just like the Democrats and Republicans. They're different, right? They're separate. No, they're not. And so I think when we're thinking about Israel and not Palestine, excuse me, when we're thinking about Israel in the United States, we need to think about how they're not separate, right? And their symbology tells you straight to your face that they're not separate. Have a good one.